compared to actually moving around, trying to make myself a hard target to hit. And that was one of my big problems. So, as you see now, you're watching mid. No point watching mid. It's better if you watch main if they're throwing utility. Because you watching main for them to throw utility is faster than you waiting for the call. Because right now, they're not going to throw utility in mid. So, at least not as deep as you will see it. And if you'll see it, you'll get blind anyways. If there's a smoke, there's enough time for the mid guy to call it. So, looking mid is pointless. It's better if you look main in case they throw a fast flash, fast smoke or anything like that. And then your friend is watching a tighter angle than you are, so he will see people first. They call B early, then you should start, then you should start thinking about rotating. Move towards car. Walk backwards towards the car, even if you're going to hold this angle. There's no point standing where you are right now, because you're holding a... your teammate is holding a sharper angle than you are, and he will be able to call people long before you will see them anyways. So the only reason why you want to hold this angle right here is because you want to be a fast rotation to mid, or a fast rotation into the site. And since they called B early, you should have stiffed by the car, or you should have gone closer to mid to help out in mid in case they want to go into vents. The only reason why you want to hold this is if you have no information and they're pushed up B a little bit. Because now you're anchoring A site with 2 players. Was that a flash or decoy? Decoy, okay. So if you were by the car, you would have been even further ahead. You would have been able to catch them as they crossed into sight. Because you would have been up in headshot by now. Short or car. That's why people play car, so they're fast rotation. There's no point going towards the smoke other than holding it. If you played against me right now and I was Mr. 07, you would have been dead. Because I would have counted, okay, he shot 12 bullets. It's a 3 versus 3. They'll probably have 1 in heaven and 1 anchoring mid. And 1 lower, and the lower guy just spent all his bullets shooting through the smoke, so I would have pushed the smoke. Killed you, went back into the smoke. So make sure you're ready for someone pushing through the smoke. At least when you're spraying through. That's why when someone is spraying, if you're 2 people behind the smoke and someone sprays through smoke, only let 1 guy spray through the smoke and the other guy waits for someone to push. Because the thing is, there's a 3 versus 3, and 1 is shooting through the smoke. I know that. I'm not sure if the guy in heaven made noise, but if he didn't make noise, I will... Yes, it is risky, but it is a 3 versus 3, and I'm a... I play this style called a carry style. I play to make the round as easy as possible for my teammates. And my reasoning behind pushing that smoke is, as I said, there will probably 1 guy anchoring mid, holding so nobody pushes in vents. Maybe he's flanking. It's pretty reasonable to expect that. Second CT guy is spraying through the smoke, which is you. Third CT guy is probably heaven. And if the guy in mid is rotating B, he will probably not go to the smoke with the other guy that just bloomed. So the risk of pushing the smoke and killing that 1 guy is worth it when I think my teammates are shit and they can't deal with a 3 versus 3 because they will keep peeking the CT. So I need to kill that guy because I know that guy is low on bullets. I might be able to kill 2 if 1 is holding it. And I don't think my team is smart enough to hold off angles and hold the bomb when it gets planted. That's why I would have pushed. It is a risky play. But yeah. And he dropped the bomb. I don't know what the T's are doing. And now you're out of position. I don't know. You're a little bit too aggressive here. Because someone can peek you from the right, from the site. They can be inside of the site. They will probably die from upper then. But Um, yes, I would have counted bullets, and I would have heard the tick tick when you were out of bullets. I count the bullets on the AK and the M4 as well. It's not like I count 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not like that. It's, you know, when you have a spray control. Spray control is a feeling. You can hear the bullets. You can feel the gun. You have this counter in your head, how many bullets you are, where you are in the spray control. And I'm used to that when people spray through smoke. Where are they in their spray control? How many bullets have they been shooting? You hear the bullets hit. And you are so close to the smoke that you can hear them. And you hear the bullets hit the floor. But yeah, as I said, if you should have been closer to cover at this point. Because you have 2 people in heaven, which are pushing. And what you want is, you want this has broken. You want him to peek heaven. So you can, let me see here. So, if this guy, he peeks you right now, right? That was the wrong button. And I gotta change my binding. Bind space plus jump so it works here. So this guy is looking at you. That means he is not visible for this guy. So you want to set up a crossfire / trade position here. And how you would do that is, if you were hiding here and the T peeks deeper and then shoots at this guy, when you peek out and peeks him, he will be out of position. He will be shot from this guy, and you. But right now, he's just fighting you. And since there are 2 people having this position right here, this map control, and be able to peek this, and peek this, what you can do is you can bait them. Since they're 2 people, it's even better when they're 2 people to bait them a little bit. Instead of being here when you're out of position, you have to fall a little bit back. It's just, it's a waste of being risky. You're a little bit too aggressive. They haven't planted the bomb, so you're not in a rush. Yeah, but the thing is, they can't trade kill you. Because for this CT, he can't see this guy. This guy is behind the wall. So what you should have done is you should have hid, waited for this guy to peek these people, and then you should have traded. Or double peeked him or something like that. Especially if you knew their positioning. If the terrorist was on the other side, then it should have been the other way around. Then they should have hit. They're 2 people. They're aggressive. They're not going to do it. But if there were 1 guy up here and you waited for him to peek, and this guy was going to peek you out in the open, then this guy will be able to catch him off guard, right? So those 2 people pushing there will be open for a lot more angles, and you should just wait for hearing them, finding out their position, stuff like that. Especially when the bomb is right next to you. You have no point. You could have gone back to the tree at this point, and your teammate should have just waited. Because if your teammates wait in heaven at this point and you sit by the tree, I'll try to. So if you sat by the tree right now and the 2 in heaven were waiting in heaven, so you see someone and then they can push. Because you probably know the site is clear. The bomb is down in the open. So you go back to the tree or back to CT, hold a tight angle on the bomb, just jiggle peeking, waiting for them to be, waiting for the terrorists to be in, let's see, if you stand here, you would see terrorists running in this area. And this area is so open. And this area is so open from heaven. So if you hold this position right here, and you see a terrorist in this area, you call it. And then 2 of them can peek this. If those 2 peek this, the one or two guys being out in this area having to push the site towards the bomb will be so out of position that there's no way in a reasonable world they will be able to kill 3 people peeking them. So you make it in a best case scenario 3 versus 1, worst case a 3 versus 2. Maybe the one terrorist holds this position to be able to help him if he's smart and stuff like that. So you should have told your team, fall back, bomb is on site, wait for my call to peek, or something like that. It's a little bit hard in a pug, which is the difference between a pug and a team. But that would be the correct call here. You get the kill. He was low. It's fine. Not worth it since it's pistol round. You think there's a guy on the site, but even though you think there's a guy on the site, you still have the bomb. It's still a 3 versus 1. There's no need to go for the fight. You know he's there. What this guy in heaven is doing, I don't know, but it's fine. It's fine. You have utility, that's good. He smokes. And you flash just to make sure you know there's presence. Fine. Okay, so you're a little bit out of position. You're not completely sure. This command will help you a lot at this point, because you will be able to see your teammates through walls. You will see where they're at, what kind of utility they have. You don't have to run around looking for them. Right? Because if they push door now, your teammate is dead. If they push main, your teammate is dead. Maybe it's a little bit distracting, but right now you're useless. You're not doing anything for the team. He's holding the site by himself. If they push main, push door, he's dead. There's nothing you can do. No trades, no crossfires, no utility in the world you can throw. You could say he's a little bit too much in a one and done position, but it's a pug. You have to be able to play around your teammate, because he won't play around you because it's a pug. Very well timed smoke. So your job right now is to stay alive as long as possible. Try and fend off the plant as long as possible. You don't need to fight them unless they start planting. Keep taking advantageous positions and advantageous fights and keep controlling this. Your teammate is so out of position right now. Yeah. If your teammate was down on the ground, this would have been better for you. But right now, all you gotta do is hold the angle, shoot the first guy peeking, fall back. Okay, so he should never be able to jump up there when you have your friend high ground. So at this point, there's not much you can do. You did what I just said you should do. Do you get these kills or no? Yeah. The reason is that he jumped on top, and he shouldn't be able to jump on top when you have a CT high ground. You're on top of there, so that's your friend's fault. Nothing you can do. You get peeked from 2 angles, 1 high ground and 1 low. If I'm a little bit quiet, I'm eating. So you flashed every round. This is good. Good that you're shooting. That's a wasted molly. You probably mollied so he won't open the door and shoot you in the back. And you probably have no information from the guy in mid because he's shit. He died, you don't know how close they are. You don't feel like you can look at the door. So you molly the door to keep your back turned towards the door so you can watch mid. Probably. But I don't think I would have mollied it. I think I would have... maybe if you want to stick behind the box, the molly is okay. But the thing is, you can still open the door, you can still shoot you. At this point, I think it would be better if you... because you have this teammate here. And it's a big difference because you're in the middle of it, you're in the middle of decision making. Of course you're going to do mistakes, and of course it's a lot easier sitting here pausing everything and figuring out what to do, but that's why we're here. So it would have been better if you went and you peeked that door, because your teammate here, he's holding mid. So if you peek this door, you just peek main. If you peek this door, you could actually push it as well, maybe. That is risky. That's risky pushing it. But the point is that you lost mid, so you need information at this point. It's a 4 versus 5, and you need information. Where are they going? What are their plans? You know this is clear. Maybe someone sneaked up on the box, but you're in the risk. You are in a 4 versus 5, so you need to take a risk. So your risk is there's nobody here. And you're scared about the door, so you mullet it. If you peeked it, saw it was clear, you can take another risk and say, it's gonna be B. A is clear. If you want to take a little bit of bigger risk, you can push it, but then your team is a 5 versus 3 while you're flanking. Is that worth it? Is it not? It depends on the enemy team how fast they will push. And since they have full mid control, nobody on the boost, and they're just gonna push, probably go B. This guy is watching for a B push, so if you peeked the door and then went mid, which is probably what you'd want to do. Or you could have peeked door. You should have peeked the door instead of mollying, because then you would have had molly for a retake. And you would have known. If you didn't peek main, molly in the door would have been fine. But I like the game sense. Mulling the door is better than doing nothing about the door. So there's a little bit of over-rotation because probably the guy in mid didn't call shit. Because you guys probably think they were all over mid when he died. Because that's the way you're supposed to play mid. You're not supposed to take the long-range battles with an M4 against AKs and ops. You're supposed to play defensively, control the fights, and if they... Blue's problem? Who's blue? I don't know who blue is. Yeah, I agree. The only thing he should do if at this position is bait you. Yeah. You bait you. There's no point for him to do this with a UMP. It would have been a lot better if he anchored B side. What guy do you have on B? So that's a good call from you. It would have been better if he anchored B side and the M4 rotated out. And now you feel like you have to go B because you checked main. Main is clear. You'll probably go B, and he just kills himself in mid. He died with full utility, peeking mid with an SMG. They smoke it, and you have a guy anchoring A side. At least that's good. But as you see, the terrorists have still not decided. You peek in the smoke, and then it's B. Well played. You did good. Your rotation is on point here. That's a good nade. Okay, imagine if you had a molly for headshot right now. Wouldn't that be delicious? Again, you're spraying through the smoke. So, you naded, so it's fine that you spray through, but you spray your full clip. You hear these clicks, and reload. You should just save at this point. 5 versus 2, and they have the site. Huh. He's doing some dealing though. But that's a typical matchmaker. He has his aim, but his game sense is 0. That's a typical matchmaker. You holding the smoke. Let me see, I can hear them talking here. Whoops. What did I write? Volume 0.2. Okay, so he called B, I think. I think that's what I heard. And you're not rotating, and your teammate is not rotating. That's good. There's no point over rotating at this point. So your rotations are on point.
Green, can you smoke main?
If he smokes main right now. Oh, that makes me so happy. Holy shit, man, that call. Oh my god. And they're actually checking it. Okay, that is sick play, sick game sense that they were there. I love that risk. It is risky. It probably would have been better if you thought they were there, that you had your teammate bait for you, peek, take a few bullets, bet on that. That would probably be the better play, but that was beautiful. I love that.
Nice flash, man.
I love that. That was cool.
Just wait, I tell you when.
Those kind of plays is nice pick. Those kind of plays is what makes me love my job, man. Well, it's not my job, but love my hobby. You're fully rotated off A. You're out in the open there on eco. 4 versus 3, 4 versus 4. There's no point for you to take this fight.
Left side, middle. Left side, middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
That you fall back right now is good. That's good. It's okay to take that risk ish. They're on eco. You have a lot more to lose than he has to gain. I mean, no, you have a lot more to lose than to gain on killing him, and compared to you dying. He can get a lucky deagle shot on you. Why your teammate isn't calling B, I don't know. At this point, you should not rotate. You see the bomb, you should do that. It's fine. It's over. It's all over. Is that a good smoke? It's fine. You know you can shoot out those from spawn, right? so they can't hear you. So what you can do at this point is yeah, there's not much you can do at this point. You could have boosted again on the other side, but then you use 2 players. It's better to do what you're doing. Ask your teammate to rotate, and you just anchor mid and B. But you're obviously better than your teammates, so you can't use your time on anchoring because they need you to hold the site and to retake. Good kill. Okay. 2 versus 1. I love clutching. Yeah, you're just holding mid for rotations, and then you started pushing because you are probably one of the best players on this team, so I don't know. At least from what I've seen so far, they need you to retake and hold the site. You know there's a guy on boost. Do you know if the bomb is down? I'm not sure.
Okay.
Now you should push. No, you should push. Because it's a 1 versus 1 as long as he's planting. He saw you, so you changed position. You know there was a guy boost. You bet he didn't push into side because that's a stupid thing to do, to push towards your teammate. So you know he's either heaven or by fork or main. He get flashed out, you see him, and then they double peek you. You hide from the guy in quad, and you're fighting this guy. And that's a good thing, that's just unlucky. There's no point for the terrorist to peek there. Well played. You did what you could. I don't know if you got the call that he was low. And with your smoke, you should have smoked. You should have pushed. Got in this position right now. Get the guns. Stupid tourist. That's all I have to say. He knows there's a lot of action from B and he's not holding the boost. Ah, well played. Well played. Well played. I hope you're checking how many that stayed alive last round before you say stuff like that. If it was you saying it. So, this is a dangerous position because 1, you have nowhere to go. 2, it's against an eco. You know they are low on money. 1 flash will kill you. 1 flash inside the smoke, and it's actually a C2 flash that blinds you at this point. This round you fucked apart. Yeah, I can already see it. Not because they're pushing, but there's no point for you to be here. This is not an anti-eco. Yo, Ocean Clash, what's up, my man? What's up? Yeah, you did? What kind of information do you have on this? I'll take a look at it after. I'll take a look at it after this demo. I hope that's okay. So, again, your molly is most likely wasted unless you really footsteps. So you think they're pushing B, and they are afraid of vents, so they're gonna pinch you. But you have a guy in mid. They're on another eco for, they're probably forced last round, but you don't know that. You probably should know that if you know how many bullets you used, and you know what they bought, and I don't know if they got the plant. They got the plant, so actually you would think they are in a full buy at this point, just to be certain. Full buy, fourth buy, that kind of area. But you have a guy in mid. I don't know what he calls to you, but he smoked it up. He knows it's clear. So that's just shitty team play by your teammate. He wasted this molly for you. Yes, this is good play because you don't trust your teammate. So better to be safe than sorry. You don't want to die with utility on you. Yeah, exactly. And your teammate. I've seen what your teammates are capable of, and I'd pre-mollied as well. So it's better to molly to be safe than sorry. You don't want to die with a molly on you because it can be used against you, and you want to use your utility. So I'm just thinking about timing here. You had decent-ish B spawn. You threw the smoke fast. You're not in a rush here. They won't be close to you at this point. And it smoked off. And now you realize they're not pushing. So you waste your grenade. You killed the guy on A. That's information you know. This is fine. They will be fully scared of this opper. The only problem here is if they peek the angle. You shouldn't peek here, because if you peek into 3 people, you're dead. One smoke and they have B site. You shouldn't peek. You should actually not be in this position at all, because this is a one and done. In a 2 versus 2 clutch situation, there's no point for you to be in here in the clutch. But when there's not a lot of people against you, this is something you can do. And when the terrorists have he saw you there, your shoulder, probably, because he's just waiting for you and looking for you. Yes, it's unlucky, but there's no point for you to be there. It's a 4 versus 4. So they're on pistols. You probably got the call, probably heard it by now. Well, the thing is, you're not a B player, but this is about positioning. And it's not about him seeing your shoulder either, because you're in an area where if you kill someone, you have nowhere to go. You have to stand and fight. You have no cover. I'm just going to say it again. You have nowhere to go. And they can pre-fire you, pre-aim you, just hold you. You're useless after the first kill. And when you peek and show them that you're there, it's even worse. So you want to stay somewhere that you can kill someone, fall back. Kill someone, fall back. Stuff like that. Because if you stood... That's the wrong color. If you were in here, right? You can actually add this in. So what you did is you pushed like that. It would have been better if you maybe held the angle over the box, because when you shot or got contact, you could have fell back and held this angle instead. And then, or you could have fell even further back, because you have a flash still and you can stay by the boxes. So you don't want to stand in a position where you have nowhere to go, like this corner here. You could have flashed in here, and then you could have, I'll check trade offers when I'm done with this demo, my friend. You could have flashed and then got yourself and anchored the site. Yes, I understand you don't play B, so you don't feel as comfortable. But what I want you to do here is, don't think about the map, think of your position. Where are your options? If you see someone here, where are you going to go? What are you what is your plan here? What are you going to do if certain things happen? Think a little bit forward. Think, yeah, where am I going? Okay, so I'm standing in this position, and I'm looking for a guy here, and I'm peeking a little bit. If I kill a guy, if you kill this guy, where were you gonna go if there were 3 other terrorists here? Nowhere. You just die. As you die by the first one, it's just unlucky, but you could have been a lot more. Yeah, but you bait for the opera. He kills one guy. 3 people push in. They kill you. It's a 3 versus the opera. If they have a smoke, it's 3 versus you. I get your thinking, but you're not thinking far enough ahead. Because the opera can only kill one guy. If... Yeah. that you die by the one tap of the pistol is unlucky, but if you know they're on pistols, you should take long range fights anyways. That is never a good position to be in. It's like... What can I compare it to? I guess I can compare it with Elevator in CT. On D2, or when you exit Dust 2 on B side from tunnels, the corner to the left. It's the same sort of thing, I guess. Just one and done. It's not something you should work on yourself on going back to. They probably saved this op, I hope. And you forced around it. You push up. And this mid smoke, I mean, if I were you and I saw this mid smoke, I would have been done then and there. I would have been so frustrated at this point. I'm not raging, but my teammates are so bad, and I don't see why I should carry them further. I just get this. Really? I mean, because what you'd want is a default smoke that you can push. So, because you don't want to do something different in a forced buy than you do in a normal buy. Because if you had a rifle, you won't push it most of the time, but with a pistol, you want to push it. The feeling he gets when playing with me. No, the thing is, Joyce, that this is a high elo. This should be high elo. These people should be good. I know you're MG or DMG or something. I know what I can. I know what I can expect from you. I don't expect you to throw perfect smokes every time, to have lineups, to have these perfect flashes, to peek properly. These are not the things I expect from you guys. But from a high elo perspective, where I'm trying to play as well as I can, and this is the skill level I should be at. Like, this is the elo I'm in. That means these players should be as good as I am. And I know I would never throw a smoke like that. I can throw that better blindfolded from CT. What your teammate should have done here, he should have baited you. He should have sit by the boxes, waited for a guy peek here. And given you the information. Yeah, I mean, his gun literally is... But the thing is, even if you peek that guy there, you have a guy on boost. The guy in sandbags just dies for no reason. A little bit over aggressive there. I know we have a pistol, but 4 versus 3, long range. It's a force buy. I don't know if I would have reloaded there. 13 bullets left. Guy close. Nowhere to go. Free fire is good. The molly is there, so You can go back safely. No point even watching behind you. You want to get out as fast as possible. And job well done. And your team just felt like flies while you were doing something good, making presence. Because now they're gonna be scared of B, right? So because of your presence in connector, in practice, you're 4 versus 4 right now. They think there's 2B, or they know there's 1B. It could be 2, so they will go towards A. I would over-rotate from B at this point, since you saw it was clear in B main. And this is an overpeak. A really bad overpeak. You're out of position. You're peaked from so many angles. Everyone is watching for a connector at this point. You have a lot better reactions than that terrorist has. You got off like 3 shots before he started shooting, and he was looking at you, and you were looking at his teammate. Good thing falling back. But you play very dynamic. You keep moving, you keep changing positions, you keep doing different stuff, you keep trying to win. You really want to try and win, and I can see that, and that is just unlucky. And how he doesn't kill you, I don't know. And then you change position. He knows where you're there, you change position. The only thing is that they know there's 2 people on the site right now. So you should walk out of sight. Either you want to go to CT. I know you have a pistol. I know you don't have armor. But they know there's 2 people on site. 80 meta. Yeah. But still, he should be able to kill you there when he's pre-aiming. I think you... I don't know, man. This is where you have to take risks. There's no point playing 2-2 on an eco. So either your teammates have to... have to rotate to you, bet on the terrorist thinking, okay, we saw 2 people on site, we're gonna push B side because we know where they are. We have to push before they change position. Either that, or they gonna... And you heard vents breaking. Okay. So then you should ask your teammates to over-rotate. Rotate to B. You are on a full eco against full rifles. If you're gonna have a slight chance of winning this round, you have to have a lot of luck, and you have to be able to bet that they're going B at this point. Especially when they hear the vents break. So all you gotta do is try and get a few dings and buy time for your teammate that doesn't rotate. He's playing this like a normal gun round. Terrorist does good job of mauling you out. And your teammate. I mean... Your teammate just offered himself to the gods there. I understand it's just an eco, but still, there's a possibility to get a kill or something. Grenade is good. Derp? Derp was... I don't know who. It doesn't matter how good you are when you sit on top of a box with no cover, with a pistol, no armor versus an AK. You can be the best player in the world, it's still a shit play. That kill is impressive. You have an Opper holding the angle, he missed a shot. You have an AK holding the angle, who missed a shot. You peek out of a smoke. A failed smoke at that. You probably failed it on purpose. At this point, I won't judge you for pushing further. But you're doing the smart thing and falling back.
Come B, guys. Info, where is he?
Preem is a little bit off. If you look when you stand up now, your crosser is not going to be at the wall. You see? And that's just CSGO for you. But I know you don't play B a lot, so. You see his smoke, so don't smoke, that's good. Buying utility on these rounds makes me happy. It makes me happy. It gives you a chance. Instead of forcing up a deagle yourself, you ask for a deagle and you get proper armor. You don't need head armor though. You don't need head armor versus AKs in offense. So that would have been another grenade or flashbang, or if you have $50 extra, it would have been. Is this an eco? Dirt feels like he has to carry. He's probably, I don't know. I don't know, man. Why is forcing? That's just nothing to do there. Could have tried and saved, but you wouldn't have time anyways. Did you play good, man? Was the smoke failed on purpose? Is this a one? Now I'm curious. Is this a one-way smoke for you? It is. Is that on purpose? Well, it were 3 guys pushing you at car there. There's nothing you can do. But if this is on purpose, okay, it wasn't. Oh, because that would have been fucking next level. They should know that you're up there right now. Yeah, he's looking for it. No. The second you throw this grenade, they will see where it's coming from, and they know you're up there. Nobody throws a molly that bounces off the wall to bounce down there. Nobody does that. And you fall back. That they don't pick you is... I don't know why they don't. I guess they're just scared. This is good. You see the difference between this position here on A and the position you had on B. You are close range, you can kill one guy, you will see his shadow, you have Pika's advantage. You're doing everything right here. Unless you peek. And see, your molly and stepping made him actually molly it. That's actually an impressive molly from the tourists. How you play with 70 FPS? I have 400 FPS. That's just FPS. It's yeah. I would try and get a better computer so you have more FPS. I used to play with 70, 60, 70 to 100-ish FPS as well, and it's just hard.
Let's go split make
40 FPS. Hey Clash, man, you still here, my friend? You still here?
And smoke.
But as you can see, I'm not looking at your aim. You're spinning out of frustration. Yeah, I'm not looking at your aim, but your everything else. But your positioning is good. Your rotations are good. And I can see that you're trying. You're actually trying to win. Love the flash. Love the grenade. What guns do they? Oh, you won last round. Good trade kill. The thing is, what I figured out is that you have 70 FPS. So you have to pre-fire to be able to have the reactions and kill the other guys. Holy shit. Yeah, I'll look at your your video. But the thing is, when I got my new computer, the one I have now, I felt like it was every kill I've ever done was just luck, and now that I have a lot more FPS, it's all skill. You know this. I don't know how to explain it. If you ever get a better computer, and if you want to go pro, you need a better computer. It is so much better, and when you get used to it, you know all these shots, these crazy shots. With a better computer, you will do them consistently. I don't know if I would have taken this fight. This is 4 versus 3. You don't need to take this fight. The guy just died, the CT, so it would have been a 4 versus 4. You still don't need to take this fight. But I understand your frustration. But it's not worth it. Yeah, but it's not worth it. He can still get a lucky 1D on you. If he gets, that's what you have to think about. That if he gets a lucky shot on you, it's not. It would have been better if you pushed B with teammates.
I can drop.
But it's impressive that you play with 70 FPS, man. Yeah. Nice molly. You have to teach me that molly. No, I'm kidding though. But you know why it failed? You know how to not fail it?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I know you were gonna molly checkers, by the way. You know the vents are unbroken, so you can just keep your back turned. And you push. Okay, you know it's clear. You can turn your back and you can make. You can look at the other parts of the map. How are your teammates dead? You need to aim further to the right of the corner. When you aim too far to the left, you will hit the clipping. But why are your teammates dead here? It's versus an eco. And you're probably still gonna get it, but why is your teammates dead? It shouldn't be this close. I'm just gotta watch the stats here. I mean, you're the one pulling through here. You're the one anchoring. You're the one making you guys be in the lead. It doesn't matter about doesn't matter what stats you have or anything. Your frags are impact frags. You're the one holding. What is that, Molly? Come on. As I was saying, you're the one anchoring the sides. You're the one holding the positions that they can flank from. You're the one throwing utility and holding back. Your pre-aim is a little bit off, but which smoke is it that you don't know how to do? Are you one of the smokes you're smoking, or? Oh, that smoke. Okay. You should just go into a, you should just go into a server and try it with the grenade trajectory. I can help you with if you want after. Run over. You can throw smokes from anywhere at on this map. I love the aggression in mid versus in we didn't see that. I guess this forced by. You know the AK is on A, so you should just go B.
Just go A. The B guy has AK.
Ah, he actually said it too. Good job holding the weapon. Good job not over peeking into the AK. And you just wrecked them on A, so you might as well just go A. It's a 4 versus 3. I like that you depend on your teammates. I've seen a lot of players not do that. Yeah. Okay, you know how to smoke, you know, okay. How you're still playing to win, I don't know. What are your teammates doing? Really? You have 3 people holding the fucking door? No, yeah. And what is this guy doing? You have 2 AKs and an op holding one guy in the door that has... And they end up with... Spray control is a little bit off, but your teammates, you have this guy on your friends list? You have any one of these guys on your friends list? No, I mean after that round, you could have ran out mid with a knife. Nobody can hold their cool after a round like that. Absolutely nobody. So if you aim further to the right, this one will probably miss. Aim further to the right. Then you don't get that. Unless you're trying to have their smoke pop early. I don't know if that's what you're thinking. Or if you just okay, you're just missing it. Okay.
One event, man, 24.
Five versus 4. If you only had a flash, man. Pushing this is the right call. But you know there's people vent. You know your team is shit and stupid and no clue what the fuck they're doing, or just throwing, or just don't give a shit, or some other dumb excuse for playing a pug. But pushing this, yeah, exactly. Because you push the B side so fast that they and this fake planting is just stupid. All you want right now is money. And because your teammates are so shit, you're scared of B main. You're scared that they... You see, this guy pushed. And you're right, it's too great a risk without a flash. But you're scared of main, which is why you don't get this kill, because your teammates are shit and you can't depend on them after the round they lost. But you don't have the luxury of worrying about B main anymore, so you just have to bet there's nobody there. That flash was beautiful. I love that flash. You know he's gonna push you. That's some next level shit right there. I'm gonna rewatch it on the stream right now. Let me see. It was a little bit too deep, but I love that flash. That was beautiful. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Holy shit.
You're a good player, man. It's not many people I say that to. You doing this with 70 FPS, because the thing is, when you have 70 FPS, no, I didn't. Is it worth going back though? Was it that good? That you're doing this with 70 FPS means that you have to outsmart your enemy, because you can rarely win straight up fights with. If you have to have better movement, you have to have outsmart them in every way, because you're lagging. But that's why his top 2. Is it the Nico? Who was it? This guy? No. Derp. Okay, let's see. Let's see how why he's holding this angle is pointless. He has a friend to the right. He will get shot from this angle if there's someone there. He would have already cleared headshots, so there's no heads peeking up. No point holding this. He should have held this box. Or this box or something. Like, there's no point for him to do this. Because even if he thinks his teammate is shit, his teammate will die long before he does anyways. So he was just scared of the sight, but suddenly figure out, nah, I'd rather pre-fire and just spray through smoke than being scared of the thing I was just afraid of a second ago. He just bets that there's nobody on B side. Well, at least he has a decent plant. I think he slipped his button or something. Let's see. 3 versus 4. He should probably take this fight with his offer. And he's doing it. That's good. His pre-aim is fucking awful. You saw you have to flick? What? He probably saw him. It's probably tick rate. He does not jump down for the op. That's good. He would have been out of position if he peeked from heaven. He's over peeking heaven. Maybe he's used to better players. He shoulder peeked that guy. He knows there's a guy there. What would I do? What would I do? I would relax, take it easy, and wait for them to push me. Someone's pre-firing, just play the bomb. He's peeking a little bit just to check. Good. Peeking this. Good. 10 bullets left. I'm getting smollied. He doesn't know where the molly goes. Yeah, probably not. And you don't trust your teammates' calls anyways at this point. So you just spray them down until they're dead and then go for the next target. So the molly comes from the right to the left. It could land in headshots, you don't want to go there. It could land right where he's standing, so you have to go to the right. You push to the right, you know he's there. What should happen is the CT should stay in heaven. You know there's a guy heaven that will be holding your headshot position. You know there's a guy in main that's holding you, waiting you to push. If the guy in main, if the guy in heaven, no, if the guy in main is smart, he should push right now. He has a Tech 9, they're low, they're anxious, they're not really confident. Not really. Bomb is planted, they are in a rush. It's not an easy round for CT because the Tech 9 can just jump out and spray you down. So you know you have to hit your shots, you don't have an op, you're one tag hit. I'd favor the terrorist at this point because the terrorist knows the main guy has to push. He knows there's a guy in heaven holding him. There's no point for the CT to lose. Yeah, I'm gonna watch them. I'm just gonna explain this to you. Yeah, he doesn't spray because he doesn't know they're low. But the CTs know they are low. So they know they are just one hit from dying. So they have to play cautiously. So he should just tap this guy. Perfect. So he just used pre-aim and used his counter step to take this shot. It's nice. He knows the last one is up in heaven. It's good because he didn't know they were low. But it's not. I've seen more evasive aces. But the CTs did the right thing. They I don't know how much the time was. I don't know if they had any kits or anything. But it was a nice play. But I would favor the T at that point, depending on the time of the bomb. Well, he didn't know, so the HP doesn't matter. But the HP matters for the CTs because they knew they were low, so they had to hit their shots. So they probably were a little bit anxious and didn't really know. They knew the best guy on the guy with the best aim were still left. I don't know about this molly though. Unless you molly close and you're gonna push.
Just go ahead.
Yeah, okay, molly is good because you're pushing. So they can't. They have pistols. You don't want them to peek you close, so you molly off the close corner so you can push. Your crosser placement though. It's a little. Your crossman placement is a little bit off.
Oh, maybe.
I don't. Did you warm up before this game? I'm not asking if you played a lot of matchmaking before this game, but if you actually warmed up your muscles in your hand, because it looks like you're not used to your sensitivity.
Probably.
Okay, you didn't warm up. Yeah, that's the thing. Because if you warmed up, your pre-aim will probably be on point. Most likely. What's the score? 14-9, and your score is 17-15, 8 assists. Yeah, it's what I would expect after watching you play. Because you You play well. You don't jump into an engagement with your both feet. You tap him down a little bit, fall a little bit back. You're playing with your team, letting your team, and they have the bomb. Okay, so basically what Derp does this game, he's basically smurfing. That's how he feels. He just does whatever and he's just playing the pug just for the lulz. He's not tryharding, he's not playing properly, he's just running around tapping heads. That's all he's doing. So that's why he's playing so shit. He is not, probably is not shit. He's just playing like shit because he feels like he's smurfing and it's just a pug. Yeah. At this point it's just lucky where you're gonna aim. And you just have to check everywhere, but you don't have time to check everywhere, so nothing you can do really. Again, my frustration would have. And this is why I don't like pugs. I don't like playing pugs. Let's see if you aim further to the right. Perfect. Now it hits. I would smoke main. If you smoke this and then do your molly, because then you can flash a teammate in, he can run through your molly when it's face it, you can do that. Because right now your molly was a waste. Because this is not smoked, they will still be able to see you guys. The only thing that your molly did is that your CT couldn't go here and they couldn't boost. But since you guys are pushing, they couldn't boost anyway, so you're only making sure the CT can't be in this corner. If you smoked it, you could have pushed with it. He gets the kill on B, and B is clear. And the smoke. So you don't want to. You want to smoke deeper because at this smoke the CT can run past and use the smoke to go into headshot. So it's better than nothing, and it's a good thing you pushed. There's nobody holding the bomb except this random. What is this guy doing? He's aiming at the wall. Scared of a guy coming from behind. That this guy should have. Well then, let's move on. Good thing you pushed the smoke when it's supposed to. That's such a shit smoke. Scared to leave the bomb planter. There could have been a CT in the smoke. But it's fine that there isn't. And good kill. Good kill with 70 FPS. It's okay. This is important. You had full utility, and very few people do this. You have full utility. You knew you were going to boost on top of the boxes. I don't know if you knew it was an equal force. Doesn't matter. But the point is, you had full utility, and when you're out in the open like you are now, you don't have any utility left. You're the one pushing aggressive. You're the one doing all the risk. You shouldn't have utility at this point. Well done. Well played. You get the first kill. It's a little over aggressive. It's 15-10. You're frustrated with your shit team. It's fine. But you using all your utility and then taking a big risk, that's better than taking a big risk with a lot of utility on you. Just want to point that out. Oh, if you only saw that, dude. But you're a little bit scared of you. If you fall back now, well done. Well played. You shouldn't have gone so far back. I guess you need to go get the bomb. Because now the guy in vents, he's probably gonna die. But the CT missed all his shots. You're not getting the bomb. You go into vents. I think I would have stayed closer. Yeah, but you have a teammate in toxic. So if you held this position right here, he would have held your close angle, and you would have been able to hold his blind spot. So you would have played with your teammate here. Plus, you would have been able to help this guy if he needed help and pressure the guy in CT, so he couldn't move around as much as he wanted to. Instead of, because Why am I using? Okay, so you had a guy holding this position, and you had a guy in holding this position. And what you did is the time you spent going this way. If you picked up the bomb, it would have been fine. If you picked up the bomb, it would have been fine. But you didn't. You just pushed here and pushed. So this time right here that you're here is the way you're not doing anything. If you stayed here, you could have helped this guy when he fought. You would have actually killed this guy, but that's nobody. That's just random that he was there. You can't take that into account. But this guy is holding there. This guy is holding there. If this guy fights, you can help him here. This guy will still hold this angle and hold that, and you will be able to hold his close angle if in case he gets pushed. Yeah, but you have a guy in mid, you have a guy in main. They should be able to do their jobs. Yeah, but there's your teammates are here. Okay. So you want to pick up the bomb and go A. And the guy hadn't dropped some vents yet, so he could have just fell back, and he could have anchored B so they didn't rotate. Okay, I get it. It's fine. But then you should have picked up the bomb. Anyways, you should have picked up the bomb. So the run wasn't wasted, because now you're probably going to win 5 versus 2 anyways, but again, these smokes. They're so shit. And again, you do the same thing. You push the smoke. You know he has a scout, and it's a shit smoke, so you might as well push it, and you win. I'd say you won because of you. You have a decent score.